All right, guys. Quick video for the weekend. Basically, a summary of my past week and just a quick update. If you've been watching my shorts, you saw the little Ace Frehley solo that I threw up, just about a minute and a half long, of the smoke flying out of the guitar. But I'm gonna talk about the whole week in general. This is my birthday week, and so I celebrated my 52nd birthday this year, and it was quite the week. It was a great week. Couple surprises this week. Big surprise, my dad decided to come down to stay with us from Monday to Friday this week, which was awesome. I haven't seen him in a very, very long time since my mom passed away. So it'd been over two and a half years ago now, and he came to stay with me, and we were able to catch up, talk about life in general. My dad's 75 years old, so he's getting up there, and he spent some time with the kids. It was fantastic. Hung out. We talked a lot of music. Talked about the podcast that talked about Audible Ecstasy podcast with him, which he was unaware that I did a podcast. He just thought it was the greatest thing ever. So we may have gained a listener. I hope not, because Lord knows we talk about enough stupid stuff. But anyway, hang out with him all week, and then of course my birthday comes, and this week we had the visit in town with Ace Frehley, and so he's playing the Paramount in our local area. And as soon as tickets went on sale, I went ahead and got him. He came about 2.5 years ago, I guess it was, and my wife and I went. We had a good time. He's Ace, and I enjoy him. I love him to death. He's the reason I wanted to play guitar when I was younger. The whole 9 yards. The whole typical story of a kid, just loving the lead guitarist of a band. And anyway, got the tickets. And this year, I knew my daughter wanted to go pretty bad, because she wanted to go last year, and we never knew it. We had no idea she wanted to go see Ace. Or last time he came. And so this time I went ahead and splurged. I ended up getting in line and was able to get a couple of front row seats to see him with her, and completely surprised her. She was absolutely in awe. And so the show goes, pretty darn good. It's strange though, because in our area here in Southwest Virginia, Eastern Tennessee, you guys, if you know anything about the weather in the past 3-4 days, it's been tornadoes, it's been tremendous thunderstorms, and Ace was running late on Friday night. He was here on the 16th, so Friday night when he's coming through, and the opening band that was originally scheduled couldn't show up because of weather-related incident. So the venue, Paramount, called a local guy. His name was Matt, and I can't remember his last name, but I'm telling you right now, the guy just come out and he did a tremendous job. Just him and an acoustic guitar, and it was a fantastic show. Loved every second of his performance. Very personable guy. He actually owns a recording studio in Bristol, Tennessee. I think it's called Audio Oasis. So look that guy up. Fantastic. If his work is as good as the way he sings, awesome. Tremendous job. But he did a couple of Kiss covers, and a bunch of covers, and a handful of his solo songs, and finally the time came, and Ace band's there. They're getting ready to come out on stage, and of course, in typical fashion, they come out rocking. Ace comes out this time. He was on point when he came out this time. The last time we saw him, he was a little bit sluggish. It seemed like it was his first show back in about 6 weeks, I think is what they'd said. And this was like in January of, what year was it? 2023 maybe. I can't even remember when it was, but anyway, long story short, he sounded better this time than he did last time. Opens the show with "Shock Me," fantastic rendition. Audience instantly involved. They go into "Deuce," then they go to "Cherry Medicine," which is a newer song off his last album, 10,000 Volts. So we basically got two Kiss songs, a solo song, and we go into "Love Gun," then "Rocket Ride," and then "Parasite," then "Detroit Rock City," "Rip It Out" from his solo album, which is one of my favorite tunes by him, from his solo Kiss album. He does "She," which it's a great song, but it's not one of my favorites for some reason. And he goes into "New York Groove," which obviously from his solo album, he rocks that out. Plays "Cold Gin," and he does that guitar solo, which is what I recorded and put out on the shorts here on YouTube. And then they do "Shout It Out" and "Rock and Roll All Night." Overall, he played just over an hour and 20 minutes. Let's face it. Ace Frehley is basically 74 years old at this point in time, and his age is starting to show. he got close enough to us where like he was not necessarily shaking hands, but fist bumping and kind of talking to the crowd as he walked around the front of the stage. And we were, my daughter and I right up front, and you know, it's insane. It's how well he holds up to be 74. But you can see that he does have issues like, I don't want to call them handlers, but the stage hands that are with him or helping him out. During a couple of songs, he would go back behind the set and get up with the drummer and kind of rock out with him, kind of do the guitar thing. And crazily, there was a stage hand on each side just to make sure he didn't fall. And I get it. I mean, like I said, 74. Man's had a pretty rough life. I know he's being accused of back on the booze again, but I mean, I don't think it is. I think it's his age and possibly a balance issue at this point in time. And for the man to come out and still rock it, he rocks. I mean, he's having fun. You got to be a fan of him, because I get vocal style is one thing a lot of folks may not like, and nowadays they think he's a little sloppy on stage. The one criticism I can say is when he sings, he will notoriously, and I'll use mine as an example, he'll be singing just fine right here in front of it, and then he'll start singing, trying to sing away from it like this, trying to sing the song, knowing you can't hear it unless you get up closer. He'll be off center from it one way or the other when he's ever playing guitar, and you can tell like he doesn't know he's missing the mic, I don't think, but vocally you can hear the vocals drop out. His backup band, I swear to y'all, they are fantastic. Jeremy Ashbrook, he's the other guitarist. He looks like freaking Randy Rhoads up there. He is awesome. Fantastic guitarist. Scott Coogan, the drummer, he's been in freaking every band in the world, I think, just helping out. He's a studio drummer. Guy's awesome. Ryan Cook, the bassist, he's like a secret star. This guy pumps up the crowd. He really gets into the show. Great. Now, the highlights of the show for me wasn't necessarily performance, but it was my daughter standing beside me to my left, and during the show, we're up front, and you know how guitarists are. They'll throw out picks throughout the night and kind of pump up the crowd. Well, in the middle of, right at the end of Cherry Medicine, Ace throws out a guitar pick. My daughter catches it. Here it is. I mean, this is from this tour. I'm assuming, I mean, I got a ton of picks. The last time I saw him, I caught a pick. I was hoping to catch one this time, but I didn't catch one, but she did, and that was worth it. And then, not even 5 minutes later in the middle of Love, not even 5 minutes later, probably 3 minutes later in Love Gun, Jeremy throws one out and hits her right in the freaking hands. And here's his guitar pick from the show. I mean, and this is, granted, this is the first show my daughter's been to in a front row. We've seen a handful of shows together, but first time front row show, and she's experiencing what I've been able to experience throughout most of my adult life whenever, you're able to go to a general mission show or whatever. So we go through the whole show. My daughter's had a blast. I never thought it could get any better. We're standing up at the stage, and they're doing their bows, and we're all front row, and the band's coming out, and they're like kind of walking around. And the drummer walks up and literally walks right over to my daughter and hands her this. A drumstick, just played live. She gets a drumstick. So we're hanging around, and I'm trying to find a guitar pick maybe on the stage, and just asking the stagehand to give it to me. So the one of the guitar techs goes and picks up Jeremy's basically set list. Hand picks it up, walks right over. My daughter, she's got it. Freaking set list. I'm thinking to myself, this is insane. My daughter's got basically a VIP experience that night, and it was awesome. And I will say, I did take a record or a vinyl LP with me for I should have brought it over here. It was my Frehley's Comment. If you guys see my other videos when I unboxed the Frehley's Comment stuff, they sent an extra one that didn't have a record in it. It was just the album cover. I took it with a Sharpie in hopes that we can get Ace to sign it, but it didn't happen. He signed 2 items right at the front of the stage and then walked off, which I get it. It was okay. But yeah, for what it's worth, that experience, my daughter loved it. And I mean, she's an Ace friend, just in general. We took her to see Kiss years and years ago when she was little. And they were doing the face paint. And if I remember correctly, we were in West Virginia. And oh my gosh, she got the Ace Frehley face paint. And we went to the show. She had her face painted up. My son wouldn't do it. He was so little, though. He really didn't want to, but she got it. It was awesome. Almost did the same thing. We saw him again a couple years later down in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we couldn't find nobody doing face paint because I was so pumped up. I was ready to get face painted. My son was ready to get face painted. My daughter was. She was all in too. So anyway, it was great. But like I said, I've been celebrating my birthday week here, and of course, with the good, sometimes there's bad things. Doing some yard work, apparently I hit something up into my eye, and I know you can't hardly see it, but it's blood red, and I basically got a slice across my. It's called the sclera, and I've got medication. They're trying to get that fixed, but man, it was insane. Oh, don't forget about the best part in the background over here. I don't get to play guitar a whole lot anymore because of my shoulders are not what they used to be. I need to have surgery on both of them, but I still like to play around, goof off. Got guitars hanging on the wall. And my wife was asking me for my birthday, and I was just like, I don't know, man. I said, I'd like to have another guitar. And I went through the marketplace, and I saw one of my friends was selling a guitar. I was like, man, I'm going to check this out. And I told her about it, and she's like, happy birthday. So I got another guitar this year for my birthday, which honestly, it's pretty cool. And it's got some history behind it too. So here it is. If I can get it up for you. Anybody knows me, I'm an Ibanez person. It is a reverse headstock. See if I can get it to zoom in. There we go. It is an RG5 EX1, and it's that matte black finish thing. You can complain about all you want. It's definitely got fingerprint smudges all over it. But check out these fretboard inlays. I wish the color would come in better. There we go. They're almost like a charcoal gray or black, and it looks killer. It looks killer. And on top of that, it already has custom pickups in it. This thing right here, 3 DiMarzios. The neck right here, PAF Pro. The single coil, True Velvet. The bridge, a Super Distortion. I've never had a guitar with this kind of setup before with DiMarzios, but I've had like the Petrucci setup. I've had the Vice setup. And this thing actually sounds fantastic. I'm going to put a new set of strings on it. I heard complaints about this style bridge, but you know what? I'll work on that to make it a little bit better. And the icing on the cake for this thing, there's an autograph on the back of this guitar, and it's Nita Strauss. So my buddy had taken this to the Nita Strauss show up in Johnson City, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years ago, how long it's been now, and got her to autograph this guitar. And he said he just didn't like the bridge. That's the whole reason why he was selling it. So I was like, you know what? A couple $100, why not? Let's just do this. And I'm tickled to death my wife would allow me to bring another axe into the arsenal. So, to say this has been a great week, it has, exception of the eye. Seeing Ace Frehley again, of course, awesome. And just that experience with my daughter was fantastic as well. Other than that, I do have some more vinyl. I got an unboxing that needs to happen probably this week. I should have a couple. Speaking of unboxings, I forgot I'd ordered some stuff. God, I can't remember when I ordered it, maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. And I got a notification on my birthday that it's being shipped finally. So it might be coming from Europe or something. So who knows how long it's going to take to get here. Anyway, that'll be a different type of unboxing. It'll be a little bit heavier, but that's it. Just like I said, quick update. Hell of a week. Guys, thanks for stopping by. Have a great one.